Welcome to the Reality Revolution. I'm your host, Brian Scott, and this is dedicated to all those spirits out there who believe life is meant to be magical and fun. Here we venture to share the very mysteries of self and reality. My purpose is to help light that spark inside of you, to reawaken your sense of fascination and awe towards the world. I'm going to try to help you hack reality and unleash your potential and open unlimited possibilities of wealth, health, and relationships in your life. Thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to do the Plait Activation Meditation. If you get a chance, listen to the episode called Waking Up in the Eternity Archive. In that episode, I do a review of Vadim Zeland's wonderful book, Tufti the Priestess. In this book, he outlines a very powerful reality creation technique. The idea is that you have an energy center called a plat that is behind your body, and you can use it to create reality. And I'll discuss a little bit of how he explains the plat, but he gives some exercises and techniques in there. If you want to try a longer version of this, you can check out my Awakening Your Energy Centers, and on that meditation, I go through all the chakras, and then at the end, we work on activating the plat. I've designed this as a short and quick way. If you have an extra 10 to 12 minutes, and you want to go through this process of activating your plat. And it's a good exercise to wake yourself up in the moment that you're in. And that is one of the primary things that's discussed in that book, is that you exist kind of like in an eternal film archive with all these possibilities, but you're following a particular script. And in the moment, if you wake yourself up inside of the script, it gives you a particular level of power. So today we're going to give this a try. Material reality is this illuminated frame, and reality itself is a multitude of film rolls, according to Zeland. So the film archive is not a comprehensive, totally infinite information field, which has always existed in relation to everything, but rather, let's say, a part of infinity, which moves and grows like a huge construct, which is also infinite. It moves and grows within infinity. It's infinity as part of infinity. So, and there's no point in overanalyzing or imagining such a thing that are beyond your mind. Who knows, someone may argue that infinity does not exist and the universe is finite. But who can say that for certain? So don't overthink things. Instead, act and enjoy the feelings of delight simply from knowing that you're capable of recreating yourself and your own reality. This discovery of light at the end of the proverbial tunnel gives you strength, hope, and purpose, which also means the energy for the intention to create something that, from the point of view of the average man in the street, is impossible. Every single one of us, according to Zeland, has an intention plat. Now, this is a recent book that came out, and once upon reading the book and doing these exercises with other people and discussing this online, I began to feel this energy plexus on our back, the plat, and I'll explain how you can feel it. Now I feel it all the time, and it's usually in conjunction with certain events. Is my mind creating this? I don't know, but the feeling is so specific. I'm wondering if I had this feeling all along, like blinking my eyes, and just didn't notice it. And now that I've created an awareness of this area, I notice it all the time. And I've started to use it, and I've had really unusual, miraculous changes in my reality. People coming into my life, opportunities. It's pretty crazy. And so there's nothing that you can hurt by giving it a try. So according to Zeland, this is an intention area. It is an energy plexus similar to an ordinary plat. You can't see, but you can feel this phantom limb, which used to be there but is not anymore. Rather, it's hanging down. It sticks to an angle to the spine. He explains that it's the outer intention center is at the tip of this plat. It is a spot between the shoulders, only not flat to the spine, but a little away from it. In one description, he says that imagine if you had a braid hanging from the back of your head and it was cut off, you'd feel the braid there, kind of like that. He uses the reference between the shoulders and above the head several times in the book. Now, in going into deeper research and understanding the plat and discussing this with Quasi, and Quasi posted an article that said, Quasi has a great channel on Life Mastery. Check out his YouTube channel. Where did this come from? And they refer to the bindu in yoga, which is in the back of the head. And then in Carlos Casteneda's books, they also refer to the umbrage point, which is between the shoulders. And so there's definitely something there. The idea is the energy flow from behind you is what's creating reality coming forward. We don't see, and so having a knowledge awareness of this energy flow seems to work. And so there's some different ways, and I'm going to integrate this into the meditation, but it's good to talk about where I'm coming from so you understand it's not just crazy weirdness. So it is a spot between the shoulders. He says not only flat to the spine, a little away from it, and you will find the precise spot intuitively. I have found it. The exact distance is of no significance. It is enough to focus your attention on it, and you'll feel where it is. And if you can feel it, you'll start to notice it, and you can start using it. The principle of the outer center is very simple. You transfer your attention to the end of the plat and imagine the picture of any event you would like to attract into your life. Very much like a normal law of attraction manifestation type of meditation. But by using this illuminates the future frame, and what you visualize becomes manifest in reality. So, according to Zeland, intention has two centers, an inner and outer intention. The inner center is located in the forehead. Supposedly, he's referring to the third eye. The outer is the tip of the plat, so we're working with both of these. The inner intention accounts for everyday activities in the current frame. And when he uses frame, he's using a metaphor for film. Outer intention is capable of moving the future slide, composing reality. And so we're talking about where magic is happening, where we're changing reality in a significant way. I believe we change reality constantly all the time with our thoughts, but we're talking about significant outer intention changes. There's a saying in folklore, it does no harm to dream. So let's say you have a dream. Which does this mean that it's not harmful to dream? So he explains that and goes to an understanding that dreams don't come true, and that dreams are a little bit different, and he tries to explain why dreams don't come true. So it's where your awareness point is in the dream. So he repeatedly uses this idea of waking up in the awareness point, and we'll do that in the meditation. But the goal and intention of this meditation will be to find this intention point, and we'll use some of the exercises that he uses, and we'll see if we can activate our plats and modify our realities in a way that we want. So, find a seat or chair and begin to relax. Just let your body go and feel your breath. Feel the breath as it comes in, as your belly rises and falls. And let your breath resolve all tension in your body. I think it's important, if we activate our plat, that we relax our bodies. Let go of any concerns that you might have at this point. We do not want to bring those concerns into the plat. So it's important for us at the beginning of this meditation to clear our minds as best we can. If you have any thoughts come up, acknowledge the thought. You do not have to identify it as part of you. Just breathe in and breathe out, and find slowly a deep relaxation. Any tensions in your shoulders, just relax. Relax the muscles in your face. Relax your tongue, let it down from the roof of your mouth. Relax your jaw and your neck and your shoulders. Relax the muscles in your chest and back. Let them go. Let your shoulders down and relax. Take a deep breath and continue this relaxation. Let the relaxation flow downward into your stomach and your hips and your pelvis, through your legs, all the way to your feet. You let this pure energy flow. And you come into your 0 point, just letting go. Feel the breath come into your body. Become aware of the energy in your body. Just become aware of it. Notice the energy in your body. Consciously bring in energy from around you. If you can, visualize energy coming up from the earth and down through the universe into your body. I just want you to notice the flow of energy coming up and down at the same time. Notice where it's flowing. You don't have to judge it. It doesn't have to be based on anything that you know. I just want you to be aware of this. And as you breathe in, just sit with this energy and let it flow. If you have any blockages, I want you to notice that and consciously let those blockages go and let your energy flow. Very good. You let go of any tensions, of any thoughts. You come to the 0 point. Now, in this deep state, I want you to wake up. Log into the awareness point. Say to yourself, I see myself, and I see reality. Find the plait on your back between your shoulders. Feel a sensation wherever it's at. Don't judge it. It can be different for everybody. Just become aware of it. At whatever angle it's at, it can move. It seems as if when it's activated, it moves straight outwards. But yours could be different. Just become aware of it coming in. Activate the plait. Feel it. As soon as you focus your attention on the plait, it instantly will rise up at an angle to your spine, and it's activated. Without taking your attention away from the plait, imagine a picture of the future in your thoughts, in words, on the screen. As well as you can, compose your reality. You may notice that when you activate the plait, your eyes shift into a different gear. Try and feel that. You've raised your plait. Now what happens to your eyes? They become a little wider as if they're beginning to shine. This is likely a new, unfamiliar mode of being for you. Before, you just watched the outer film and surrendered yourself to the script. Now, you can turn the film roll independently. Again, wake up. Focus your attention on the plait. Keeping your senses attuned to the plait, you imagine what you desire as if you were depicted on the screen. Place that on the tip of the plait. This is how you illuminate the future and how to make it manifest in physical reality. As you get better at this, you'll learn to do this instantaneously in a single movement. The plait works like a film projector. You can turn all the I wants and if onlys on the inner screen as much as you like, but it won't be effective. It will misfire. The projector runs at full capacity in the moment that your thoughts, words, and images originate from the outer intention center. So, if you want to do more than just wallow in your thoughts, if you want to influence how your reality is shaped, turn on the plait. Awaken. I see myself. I see reality. Activate the plait. Feel it. Rise. Without taking your attention away, imagine a picture of the future again, in your thoughts, in words, on the screen. Compose your reality. Drop it off at the tip of the plait. It is not essential to keep your attention totally focused on the tip of the plait. It is enough to sense it, like you would a phantom limb. You can now activate it whenever you wish. The specific sensations are a personal thing to you. You don't have to pay attention to the eyes. You can keep them closed or be completely blind. It doesn't make any difference. What is important is that thoughts, words, and images are in tandem with the plait. Wake up. I see myself. I see reality. Focus your attention on your awareness center on the point between the inner and outer screens. From here, you can simultaneously observe your thoughts and what is happening around you. You can see your surrounding reality and yourself within that reality. Nothing prevents you from watching both screens at the same time. You can do this. Remember, when you observe reality, it loses its power. Reality doesn't like being watched. It becomes elusive and at the same time ceases to have so much control over you. Don't stare at reality. Just take a sideways glance so that it does not get annoyed at you. Don't be perplexed if you can't feel the plait, or only get a vague sense of it. All these sensations are very personal, and that's normal. If you cannot feel it and only can imagine it, that's fine. Again, imagine that someone has attached a hard, straight cord to the back of your head. You shake your head and feel the plait is there and then remove it. Although the plait is no longer there, the sense that it was there a moment ago remains with you. Now, imagine that an arrow or compass needle is hanging down from the nape of your neck to the middle of your back. And when you take in a breath, and when you exhale, imagine the arrow has turned so that it is now at an angle to your back. Do you feel the plait? It does not matter what angle the arrow is exactly, or how much distance there is between the arrow and your spine. Your energy body will tell you how far the arrow should be from your back for it to become active. You do not need the arrow to activate the plait. Simply focus your attention on a certain spot at a roughly an elbow's distance or less from the middle of your shoulders, and that should be enough. Imagine the plait has atrophied all your life. It's been used to create reality, but it doesn't have the muscle. It's weak, as if a muscle that has not worked out for a very long time. And all we're doing is working out our plait, our reality creation muscle. Now, what I want you to do is imagine that a flow of energy is rising up along the central axis of your body, and breathe it in. Observe a certain sensation rising from your feet up to your head. Now, imagine the reverse flow from the top down. Exhale and track the downward sensation. Now, this is going to help with the plait, so we're going to look at the energy flows in our body, and we're going to become aware of both of them. There's one that's coming up, and there's one that's going down. So take an in-breath and observe the sensation rising up. Next, imagine the reverse flow from the top down as you exhale. Let the energy come up. As you exhale, let it move down. Notice that they're separate. Continue this process. The flow rises upward. On the out breath, the flow moves downward. The sensations may be phantom-like, but the energy flow is absolutely real. It's just that until you really practice, you must not be aware of it. Now, imagine that two arrows protrude from your chest in opposite directions. From the chest, or from the stomach, outwards, and from between the shoulders and backwards. And take in breath and out breath. And imagine the arrow in front is turning upward and a vertical position. And the arrow behind you is turning in a vertical pointing downward. And try to sense the energy currents as they flow simultaneously. rising current triggered by the frontal arrow moves along the body just a little forward of the central axis, while the descending current triggered by the arrow behind the back flows along the length of the whole body slightly beyond the axis. Simply imagine they both move simultaneously, one upward and the other downward, without any specific positioning, depending on which is easiest for you to feel. Focus on this. Feel the energy flow in your body. Breathe in. And on an out breath, try and trigger both energy flows at the same time without picturing the arrows. Activate the plat like you did using arrow from the nape of the neck. Breathe a little, and then on the out breath, move it sharply downwards in a vertical position, at the same time triggering both your energy currents. You should get the hang of it. Just a little practice. Let's try this. Activate the plat. And on the out breath, move it sharply downwards into a vertical position. Take an in-breath. And on the out-breath, imagine the arrow moving at an angle away from your back. The plat is activated. Without letting go of the sensation of the plat, compose a picture of your reality and make sure that you're breathing freely. And without losing sense of the plat, take an in-breath. And on the out-breath, sharply send the arrow into a vertical downward position, triggering both energy flows, staying aware of the movement of the rising and descending energy flows. Say the following thought, quietly or aloud. My intention is being realized. Now let go of all sensations you've been working with. You are not only composing your own reality with the help of the plat, you are putting out your intention as a message to the universe. And in this way, the energy flow strengthens the work of the plat. Wake up. I see myself, and I see reality. Activate the plat. Without releasing the sensation of it, compose the reality you desire. Drop the sensation of the plat. Wake up. Wake up from the script and the dream that you're in now. This is not a dream. You are activating your intention, not your dream. Wake up. I see myself, and I see reality. Activate the plat. Without releasing the sensation of it, compose the reality that you desire. Drop the sensation off the plat. And we'll do this one more time. You can come back and do this as many times as you want. Wake up. You say to yourself, I see myself. And I see reality. Activate the plat. Without releasing the sensation of it, compose the reality that you desire. Drop the sensation off the plat. Soon, you will see the shift in reality. It is amazing. Remember, you exist inside of a script, inside of a dream. You are dreaming all the time. Awaken yourself. Become awakened. Just the process of being in this moment now and awaken yourself. Great things will happen for you. What will you do now that your reality has completely changed? Thank you so much. Come back to your body and awaken yourself, feeling relaxed and confident of your future. Welcome to the Reality Revolution.